Hello and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact. I don't remember what we were doing last we were in this game, but they've dropped some new story content, so here we are. Now, first of all, look at the events. That's a new permanent thing. This is an event that we already finished. There's probably still some anecdotes for that, but I already got all the rewards, so I'm going to be collecting them on my own. 8 days left? Yeah, we're fine. Skirk! We've heard of Skirk. I forget exactly who she is. I want to say... Was she like the... She was someone's master. I forget if she had to do with a Fatui or not. I don't quite remember. But... we have a story quest with her. Or maybe it's not with her. Archon quest should probably come before the story quest, though. And if we have 8 days left for the rewards... Hey, we cut it a bit close, but not too close, and we are absolutely going to get those. Excellent. But this is what we will be doing now. Key that unlocks fate. I had no reason to go to the Collective of Plenty while we were off, but also those anecdotes I mentioned. Let's see if any of them show up. And yes, I've zoomed all the way out because they'll still appear even zoomed out like this. And if not, then I'm actually done, which is a surprise. That's what they look like. However, that's a lie. I've completed that one like 3 times. You're not supposed to do them be able to do them more than once. So that's a bit weird. All right. I have no idea. I doubt we'll get both of these quests done in one day, especially given it as it's a weekday. So we're just going to do one at a time to see how far we get.
Let's ride.
Show up in the cutscene. Oh, he went away.
Oh, Tulani and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here.
Oh hey, Coach Yan-san. What are you doing here all by yourself? Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now.
All right, got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell?
Yes.
I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do. That being said, a little aerobic exercise would
You're doing it
probably
again.
do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count.
Rather than training, that sounds more like helping you out.
Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrols.
Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too?
Yeah.
I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at the last minute does next to nothing for you. But more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes. And there's no real competition in my own weight class.
You're tiny.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Unless you want to compete. You're smaller than me.
Oh no, don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you.
Also, I'm not even sure if I have weight. I hover.
Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, all right? Otherwise, Yan-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition.
Nobody wants that.
Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look.
All right, Coach, we'll help you out.
Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area. That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done.
Sure thing. Just leave it to us. We're experts experts at strolling and patrolling, don't you worry.
It sort of feels like Paimon has a different voice actor, but it's so close that I can't really tell if it's actually different or just the same person on a different day. Where are we actually going, though? The other way.
Let's ride!
We're gonna run out before we reach the top. Oh, never mind. Made it.
Let's ride!
Figure either something will happen in this area or
What's this?
we'll see
Is there
something.
always a cave here?
Oh, she had more to say. Oh well.
Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Is it sleeping? Doesn't look very hostile.
Hold on.
Why is it hiding away here?
I'm vaguely remembering some things,
You woke it up!
but not enough to say anything.
Huh? It ran away. Oh, guess our reputation in Natland is more fearsome than we thought. Even hilichurls don't want to mess with us now.
There's something on the ground.
You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure. It was probably planning to hide it here for safekeeping. Until we showed up. Let Paimon take a look.
Yeah, looks
Hilichurls
fancy.
aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still.
What?
What is it? You look so serious all of a sudden. Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from?
This is the key to the hibernation chamber on the spaceship. Excuse me?
What do you mean? What hibernation chamber?
Yeah.
What spaceship? Wait. You mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Teyvat?
My car alarm started going off. I believe I've mentioned before that there's an issue with the hood sensor that the extreme heat makes it think it's open. Not extreme heat, but it just happens more often when it's hot and the car alarm starts going off, so I just have to unlock and lock again. It's close enough I can do that from inside. Also, huh? Back to the game now! I knew that the Traveler and his sister were from somewhere else, but we never saw a spaceship in the opening, which, yeah, it's been a few years now, maybe? I don't know how long I've been playing this. But the opening to the game starts with them, like, flying through the sky, and they start fighting, I believe, the Heavenly Principles. Like, flying on their own. No spaceship that I remember. But also... Alright, let's just continue, see where this goes. That's the one.
So, how did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it?
No, I still have mine. I've always made sure to keep it safe and sound. See?
Whoa! Yeah! These look identical! So, if one of them's yours, does that mean the other one is...
There are only two of these. One belongs to me, and the other to my sister.
Knew it! Huh! The keys to a spaceship! Huh! Somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien. Oh, wait, no. Descender. But
Same
anyway,
difference in
now
this
we know
case.
where it came from. The question is, how did it get here?
Motherfucker!
The simplest explanation is that your sister lost her key somewhere not far from here. Then that hilichurl found it and ducked into the nearest cave to hide it. If that's true, It means your sister was here recently.
By extension, the Abyss Order was probably here as well.
Yeah. Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Ansan's patrol on a whim, and now we've made this bombshell discovery and found a huge lead on your sister. Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the Ansan?
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the extra mile today. Thanks for being so diligent.
Oh, hey, Ian-san, what's up? Didn't think we'd see you again till we headed back to the settlement. We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We've made a huge discovery today.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been canceled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties. They'll be here to take over shortly.
Wait, canceled? Why? What happened?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Well then! Didn't expect our suspicions to be confirmed so quickly. Sounds like Lumine is on the move again. Find a way to speak with her in person this time, I have to.
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take organized action on such a large scale. It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire nation.
How do you know
Sect
that?
versus the entire nation of war? How are they expecting to pull that off? Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually prefer to act in the shadows. So, what's different about it this time? What could they be after?
Paimon really does sound different. No, fuck this. I mean, I'll let it play, but I gotta look this up.
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe, but that doesn't tell us much. Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see what Mawika knows. If there's any information out there, she's the one people report to. Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case.
Well, I am keen to find out more about the situation. I can provide some information on the Abyss Order.
Great, then let's head over together.
That's from January, that's not apparently, at least from something back in January, the reason why Paimon continued to be voiced while so many other characters weren't was she was, the voice actress was signed onto a different studio than the others, and that studio did actually give her the protection against AI that she requested. So that's at least good to know, but that was back in January. What is going on now? I'm seeing some stuff from like a week ago saying that she got replaced. Okay, this one's from May. Ah. Oh. So one thing reporting that she was apparently horrible to work with and made some nasty comments about people and got fired. But another article is saying that she actually quit as Paimon due to a lack of payment. In addition to criticizing the recasting of Kenichi. Which, I mean, seems she was in support of the strike in that case. A lot of people were viewing it as a snap. I usually tend to believe more positive outcomes, or positive reasons for things like this, and that's definitely a more positive reason. And the less positive one I found on Game FAQs in a forum, whereas this one is actually an article in Game Rant. Either way, I was right. It is no longer... Paimon is no longer played by Karina Buttiger. Every goddamn time Hoyo puts out one of those user feedback surveys, and there's always a box at the end for that's just an open-ended sort of thing, and I always say the same thing. Agree to the voice actors union's deal with for protections against AI. I am 100% in support of the strike, which I think part of the majority of the strike is over now, because I saw something about that, and people have been posting about their work again, which is a good sign. But throughout the entire thing, MiHoYo, the company behind Genshin and a bunch of other gacha games, has been... What's the right word? I don't want to say demonized, because that makes it sound like they don't deserve it. They're pretty much the worst of the worst and keep refusing and firing people who ask for this protection. It's real fucking bad. Like, I enjoy the game, so I keep playing, but I want to make it known every time that I support the voice actors union strike. Whether it's SAG-AFTRA or another, they deserve better. They 100% deserve better than what Hoyo has given them. It is frustrating.
Malika!
That's why I'm only coming back for the more major of quests.
Ah, great timing, Ian-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike.
Oh.
Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us. What are they trying to achieve?
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we have no particular quarrel with them.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for a recent victory over the Abyss?
Probably something like that. Probably the fact that they didn't have to have a presence here because the Abyss itself had a presence here. And now that it's gone, at least like 90% or something like that, they're like, hey, okay, the Abyss is gone. We need to step up.
Oh, seems unlikely. But then again, Paimon wouldn't put anything past the Abyss Order.
It's too early to say anything definite. For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time. Our brave warriors have just emerged victorious from an all-out fight against the Abyss itself.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans fighting for us.
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces for starters. However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. If you wish to stay out of it, you'll be safe here at the stadium with me.
No, this one is personal.
Oh? In what way?
Current leader of the Abyss Order is my sister.
Yep, that's how it is.
You didn't need to say anything, Paimon.
I see. My goodness, that is very personal indeed. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what her goal could be?
That's what I want to know as well.
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, he's been trying to track his sister down and get some answers. But she's been avoiding him.
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world. Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right?
Absolutely. Might even hate the Abyss Order more than you do.
Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position. Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind. If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
That's great.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other tribes.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away.
It's a new story drop, so they're giving me some Twitch rewards. Yeah, means we get some Prima Gems. Some other stuff that'll come up the longer we play. That's the Nightwind. Oh, all the way over here. Distracted by things. Since, as you know, whenever we stream Genshin, it's mostly cutscene.
Look, it's Wobbly.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us?
How are things looking? Mawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Lolly out of the house.
Dire... No, I wouldn't go that far. It's mostly just irritating. I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something? The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
Hey! She's saying your sister has poor taste.
Just glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. If I were her, I'd have changed the name long ago.
Wait, what? Are you saying his sister is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said that because I was mad, but maybe I went too far.
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment
Guest
too
character?
soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest...
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, see?
Yeah, really.
Anyway, let's get him!
Yep.
Show no mercy! Sha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Sha! Ha! Ha! Sha!
Fuck this. Oh.
Let's ride.
Oh.
Sha! Ha! Sha! Ha! Take me up.
Oh, come on.
Sha! Ha! Yeah!
Oh, did it fucking respawn? No, fuck this. I don't think I have Sea Lolly. I don't want her. I've been trying to get Skirk,
Phew.
but
Much
no
better.
avail.
That's more like it.
Ooh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already, I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really needed reinforcements.
If anyone
did not
should be
deal enough damage for
reconsidering,
you to
it's the
be
Abyss
saying
Order.
that.
They picked the wrong target this time.
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking from, we should find their stronghold. Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base? They won't know what hit them.
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Needing...
The warriors from the mask!
The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together. Well, morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold.
Okay.
Let the show be...
Also, yeah, I don't think I've streamed since I got it, but you might notice his weapon's different than last time. In one of the polls I did, I ended up getting Diluc's signature weapon. Wolfsbane, or whatever the hell it's called.
Crush them!
Oh, there's health right there. I did also find out that fully leveled up Traveler, Pyro Traveler is actually pretty good. Darklight Candlesticks, created by believers in the Abyss and Chaos, will constantly absorb nearby characters' elemental energy and convert it into void wards. Destroy these wards as quickly as possible to retrieve the converted
Find a way to
Yeah, like
destroy
that.
it!
Yeah, look at this. It's actually pretty good.
The Abyss Order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance! Ha! Ah!
Oh, one of them is fire. That's not a good idea.
Full throttle!
Come on.
Let the show begin.
It will just get in the way of all my attacks if I don't take it out first.
Go, Barbara, go!
Like, elementally, I don't have the best team composition at the moment, but that's kind of the fault of
Warriors! Attack!
the fact that
After them!
I always have 2 Pyro, a Hydro, and then the Traveler. And,
Let's ride!
oh,
You must be the boss here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Night Wind!
All who resist the abyss will pay the price.
always doing that thing.
Incinerate! Yeah! Oh.
Ouch! Do anything.
Light it up!
No, the end is a moon.
Pyroclastic surge!
There we go.
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
The Abyss Order's all bark and no bite.
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least.
Really?
And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of the Night Wind. Well, whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory feast.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet. Maybe it's just me, but an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. The fighting gets more and more intense right till the bitter end. But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that... well, I don't know, but it seemed like they sensed something.
Huh? Not sure I follow. They did a tactical retreat, that's all. It's just a different strategy.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation. They don't do things in half measures. It seems out of character to cut their losses and run like that.
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
I'm
Transformers.
saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So let's stay alert and keep our defenses at the ready.
So we're no wiser as to the Abyss Order's objective. Back to square one. If I could only get Lumine to talk to me, I could get answers for all of us. I'm heading back to the Collective of Plenty. That key is our only lead so far.
Paimon had a hunch you might say that. But you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious. And maybe you can finally get some answers.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast.
Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
I mean, definitely invite us. It's up to us whether or not we go. Knowing Paimon will want to go.
I'll protect us.
Return to the area near the cave. Oh, we're actually right there. We still need healing. Also, beat the Abyss Warrior's assault on the Master of the Nightwind before the dawn. Are we use this up here? I thought it was a different area. No, nope, it's here. Okay, I just couldn't tell from that angle.
And we're back where we started. That Hilichurl probably found the key nearby, right? Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. Beyonsan and St. Lally are waiting for us.
And nothing.
We've scoured the entire area, but still nothing. How the heck did the key end up in that Hilichurl's hands? Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your sister's pocket as she passed by? Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way.
Incoming.
But then again, who knows? Sometimes in life, things just go missing and that's that.
Oh, thank goodness! Someone's here. Please help me.
I don't recognize that outfit.
Who are you? What
He's
happened?
definitely a generic character. It's just not...
No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do
Come
something?
to the right person, but where are these monsters you speak of?
Yeah, where are they? Paimon doesn't see any monsters behind you.
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
We're not. We're completely serious. We don't see any monsters.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
But I really don't see anything. Where do you intend to run to?
What's wrong with that girl? She must be seeing things. Oh no! It looks like something really hit her. Maybe she was right. Quick, let's see if she's okay.
Trap. Feels like a trap.
What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous.
Let me help you up first. Suddenly I can see them.
Huh? Oh, now you finally see them. Well, it's about time. I nearly kicked the bucket just
Sorry,
now.
I'll take care of them now.
Great! Thank you, Savior.
Savior? Let's dance.
Like, who should I fight as?
You done?
You didn't touch her.
Paimon still. You just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kind of funny, actually.
I don't know what's going on either, but I could see them once I held her hand.
Oh, really?
Let's try one more time. I want to check that I got rid of the monsters.
Sure.
What's wrong?
It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No need for you to check. I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy, that's
Oh,
all.
didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure get flustered easily.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdith.
Deirdith?
Thanks for, saving me just now. I'm really grateful for your help.
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With him around, you'll be safe from any monsters. As long as they're visible. So, what was the deal with those monsters just now, anyway?
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters?
That would have made us more monsters than the monsters. I'd never do something so horrendous.
Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it. But more importantly, did the monsters hurt you? How bad is it?
It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my ankle back there. I won't be doing any more running for a while.
There's a cave nearby. Why don't we rest there for now?
Good idea. We'll take you.
Wait, just the cave that she found us at? Oh yeah, there's a cave nearby. It's about 10 feet this way.
Thank you so much. Despite getting injured, I still feel much safer with you around. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters.
Yeah, you already took a big enough risk coming out here all on your own. So, where are you from, dear?
Conria. She's from Conria. I can tell by her odd style of dress and the diamonds in her eyes.
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... Yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore. Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the Savior is gonna be easy.
Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior. What's all that about?
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so
Yep.
uncanny.
You're a time traveler.
Anyway, let me start from the beginning. There was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us. The day of disaster is almost upon us, so my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late.
Doomsday?
I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw him.
Sometimes you can really
The
tell it's a
Traveler's
different voice
definitely
actor.
got what it takes to be a savior. And he's already got a ton of titles, so he won't mind one
Ah.
extra.
Actually, I don't think it's him.
What? But didn't you say that everything
Yeah, because
matched?
it's our twin!
Everything except the gender.
Huh.
The savior was described as a young woman.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior?
I think I know who it is. There's someone out there who matches all the requirements.
Oh, of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be her.
Who? Who is it?
Sister.
You have a sister? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's her. It has to be. Oh, thank goodness. Please, can you take me to see her?
Huh. Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find her.
Huh? But isn't she your sister?
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
No issue.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for her anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together.
Have you always believed that Doomsday will come? You always believed that the Savior will come? Doomsday or the Savior? We'll go for the Savior.
Yes. Everyone says that the disaster
Illusion of
is
choice.
inevitable. But the Savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the Savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched.
She spoke with conviction. I don't think she's lying. At least she doesn't think she's lying. Maybe it's another lie spread by the Abyss Order? Or she's not from this time period.
See? She broke eye contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience.
No.
Time to press her for answers.
She just has a crush.
What's wrong, Deirdis? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through your mind?
Oh, I just... how should I put it? The Traveler looks just like the Savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the Savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
What do you mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
How am I supposed to respond to that?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Let's just leave it there for now. Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to move again. If you manage to find the Savior in the meantime, please come and let me know. Thank you.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own? Do you have enough to eat?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry, I'm sure I'll find something around here. Don't worry about that.
She is that Hilichurl that ran
All right,
away.
then. Well, take care. Being on your own isn't easy.
At what point in time?
What a
Find out.
mysterious girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her. But hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your sister when she's healed. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help.
All the way. She's still in here?
Don't worry,
Yeah. We know that all the Conrians, after a great cataclysm 500 years ago, became the Hilichurls as punishment for going against the gods. It's not the first time we've come across a strange loop in time.
Oh, you're back! How did it go? Find anything?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
So I take it that the war's still
No
on?
progress yet, I'm afraid.
That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us, and since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either. In a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
Well, since you asked, this is technically my sibling's fault.
Great. Thanks, you two.
Wow, Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it, though.
Of course I do.
You do? Then it's truly an honor to serve alongside you once more.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy.
Ordinary.
Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something. Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
Huh. Interesting. Oh well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
Seems suspicious, though. Could this be related to their true objective?
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want. Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Huh. Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, traveler.
Huh? Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this like
Shut up,
me?
Gonzalo.
Hey, come on! You'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a traveler, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war, but a one-on-one chat with our great hero, that could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong?
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax.
Well, speaking of facial expressions, this game has done a surprising amount of good comedy just by putting the correct facial expression on people at the right time. Usually the traveler, since he barely speaks anyway. Sometimes they'll just pan to him and he'll have this smug look on his face, like, yeah, no, that's exactly what you need here, and they kind of did it here as well.
I'm sorry, great hero.
Let Paimon guess. An autograph, right? That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? Huh. Paimon's starting to think your nervousness is all just an act.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol, so please, Great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Ugh, again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
I think it's a fair request. What are you waiting for? Bring it on. Yeah. You're annoying. Are we actually gonna fight, or is it gonna be a cutscene?
Obviously, I never expected to
Nope,
win.
didn't even
but
get to see a hit.
Until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us. I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
We really should have let him attack first.
Paimon can't keep up
That's
with
the only
you.
fun way to do
Your
it.
tone has changed all over again. Now you've had a spar with the
Like,
traveler.
we're obviously the more
But yes.
powerful one, so we should be on the defensive.
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
Huh.
Okay. Well, to each their own. but Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
We know, Paimon. We know. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movement.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either. Let's do another lap and get back to Ian-san.
You're back. So, did the guards find anything?
Oh.
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentaro.
Ignore Paimon, he wasn't a problem.
Traveler? You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but regardless, what I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
Yeah, that's right. Does it mean anything to you, St. Lolly?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but it's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natlan for good.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk to the chiefs.
Actually, since you're here, Sweet Lolly, I might as well ask one more question.
Oh? Sure, what is it?
Have you ever heard of monsters that are only visible to certain people?
Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in
Not
physical
quite.
form? It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the—
All right, we get it. Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just get the short answer?
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge? Anyway, the short answer is there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
Whew, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
Hey, I'm not that old!
I agree. It's hard to say what it was for sure.
Care to elaborate on what happened? This all sounds rather mysterious.
Tell the two about what happened.
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? That sounds a little contrived.
Huh? That's the part that bothers
Maybe the point is more that it requires
Does-
direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise.
Does every female character have a crush on the Traveler? Like, No, maybe not every. I'd say a good 90% have a thing for the Traveler. And I'm talking about the playable characters, like these two.
But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior. That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth.
We also we've mentioned that our sister is a leader of the Abyss Order. We have not mentioned that due to whatever circumstances happened to you both on entry, she ended up in Teyvat 500 years before we did. And from then is when she became the leader of the Abyss Order.
Sorry if that comes across as paranoid.
It's a very
It's just hard
important
not to be
fact.
suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
You think she's a spy?
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior. At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that
Ah!
cave.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
Might as well. She seems to trust me after all. Although I'm happy to, though I don't think she means us any harm.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
Alright, back to where we were.
Let's ride!
Did not mean to do that. Just wanted to go over the ledge. And she's gone!
Here we are. Deirdre will still be here, right?
Well, probably not.
Oh, it's so quiet though. Uh-oh. What if Yansan was right? Maybe she never intended to stay here
Stay
at all.
quiet and moving carefully.
Traveler, watch out!
Shoot, maybe Deirdre really is it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me. Oh, did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
If I thought it would hurt, I would have tried to dodge. And somehow it hurt less than I expected.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walk into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Oh, that's weirdly
Yeah.
precise. Though, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler was so weak.
Yeah.
Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero. He already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know?
Should you really just be an injured civilian?
Anyway, so, Could you make me some food now?
We have an entire smorgasbord in our backpack, so yeah. You're unbelievable. Sure, I know just the recipe. Only takes an hour and a half.
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now too.
Yeah. And nighttime.
Whew. I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
No trouble at all. It's 2 favors you owe me now. Hope you're keeping count.
Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdith. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total
We've seen
glutton.
worse, trust me.
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally out. The air seems fresher, and the stars more beautiful than ever before.
You weren't in there that long.
She thought she was gonna starve. Time probably passed unbearably slowly.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars. And often, my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky actually
Nope.
real?
Wait, why would she think that? Does she know about the false sky?
But my grandma would tell me the answer to that question doesn't really matter. Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Paimon kinda gets you, but also not really. Is it kind of like how journeying with the traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
Seems kind of right, but also not really.
I really treasured my world for a really long time. The village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, the stories I always loved to hear about the Savior. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
Yeah! Go you!
So, I finally ventured out and set off on my journey to find the Savior. I'm going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars. Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child. Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another
You
world.
already are!
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing, so I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? That's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Oh, sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma.
The more we chat, the more convinced I am she's not a bad person. And it doesn't sound like she's been brainwashed by the Abyss Order. Maybe we can afford to trust her?
Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
In that case, guess we gotta try that trick again.
Can you see them now?
Yeah. Stay back, I'll handle him. We have to do the same fight again? Dude, just
Please, be
put
careful.
your hand on her shoulder or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Big one.
Yeah.
These Rift Hounds, big ones and the small ones, are the only ones who, when they hurt you, they hurt every character in your party. Why I always try and avoid actually getting hit by them. In most cases, I don't care. Oh, what? Are you serious?
Let's ride!
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Did you
Yeah,
get all of
smarter
them?
about the fight this time.
Paimon slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air. You doing all right, Deirdith? Deirdith? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances.
I was just... the image of the Traveler fighting to protect me. I was trying to commit it to memory. Seems like the least I can do.
All right. Whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. Why don't you stay here tonight?
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
Personally satisfied that Deirdith isn't a threat, but can't hurt to monitor her for another day. Yeah, sure.
All right. Deirdith will be... Huh? Deirdith? Why are you going in alone?
You stare at the hibernation chamber key in your hands. You start to relax and don't notice. Falling asleep, vivid dream fills your mind. Is this the Night Kingdom? Flower that was in her hair. Lumine and the Lord of the Night? My head, it hurts. My headache, it's gone. I think I hear a voice in the darkness.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
Oh! Dream I just had.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to,
Is she holding my hand?
You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare. I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares.
Flower.
But it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. I'm so sorry.
Oh, is that right? Huh. You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Self-control? What does that have to do with it?
Still can't remember anything. What did I see in my dream just now? I think I saw Lumine in the Night Kingdom? The very start of the dream, but I can't remember what happened next. Never mind. If memory's gone, I can't force myself to remember it. I'm gonna go back to sleep. We can catch up tomorrow morning.
Ugh. No way is Paimon getting back to sleep after this. You go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
Oh, do I really seem that shady to you?
You're real confusing, for one thing. I don't know about shady, but I still think she's from another time and somehow made it
Well,
to...
Deirdre, there should be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste. You can't tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all this for
It's
me.
3 days.
3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue on my journey to find the savior.
All right, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Deirdre.
Really just leaving her in this cave? We're not gonna
See,
bring her to town?
Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
Ah, that's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika.
Oh
She'll
yeah,
know
just
about
write
it
a
for
letter
sure.
to the Fire Archon.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
Hold on. I think I see something over there.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're... running away?
Where? What are you talking about?
She exists in a different
A bunch of
time,
Abyss
so when we
Order's
touch
bugs.
her,
You don't see them? They're heading right
when
this
we
way!
touched her, we were able to see into the time she's experiencing, but she's not seeing any of the stuff out here right now. Wait a second.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters.
I bet the tried and tested method will allow you to see them.
You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all. So this is what it's like.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Deirdre? Or the monsters themselves?
Different timeline.
Or is it us? Well, might as well mow these ones
like that
down,
it's
just so they can't
a
pose a
better
threat to the
sword.
tribes. Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low. Guess they really were on the run, huh?
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
Believe me, I'm as baffled as you are. It thickens. Turns out there's also monsters which I can see, but Deirdre can't.
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away? Maybe something went down on the front line. Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the others. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind right away. We gotta go. Bye for now, Deirdre.
Why not take her with
See ya,
us?
and please take care.
Seriously! What is the motivation behind leaving this person behind? Didn't we take her with us? Alright, where are we actually going? Wait, that was the wrong one, but that's okay, we can just drop it.
into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
The front line has collapsed.
Huh? But how?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Oh, feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
Pyro Archon's might on him?
No, we're still mustering troops, nowhere near ready to go on the offensive. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls.
Even us.
They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
Alright, I got it. I think I know what happened.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. But still, we have to identify this person. And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile. It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person.
Wait.
Honestly.
Oh,
when the Abyss
yeah,
Order
of
acted out
course.
So publicly, it's about time he showed up.
Dainsliff. Yeah, who else could it be? He never misses an occasion like this.
Dainsliff.
Yep. Wait for Dainsliff to show up. At that location. Grab this. Got the Prima Gems already, it's just other stuff now. I keep forgetting to go in and upgrade my artifacts again. None of them affect any of my main characters, so kind of just been non-starter. There he is. Oh, and he doesn't have his voice. Interesting. He's the first one so far in this quest. Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Eon-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsliff.
Too fangirly, but okay.
Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Eon-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy deep down.
It's quite all right. Uezo Janssen respects those of great power.
It's her thing.
It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance. Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Eon-san! Hey, Dane. Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend.
Jan-san, yes? I'll remember the name. But I will not invest more emotion than is necessary when dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It's a matter of principle for me. Fine. Since you'll break the stalemate, we'll let you off the hook. You know what? No, this one's better. Fine. Since Jan-san wasn't offended, we'll let you off the hook.
Ugh, so stubborn. Whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical. In a war against the Atlanese, the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. Their true goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so too. But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
I've been on the case for some time. Even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still, I am none the wiser. I can only assume they have gone to great lengths to keep the real operations a secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan, so whatever they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Since we lack actionable intelligence, for now we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they could ever have anticipated. If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. We'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. The outcome will be well worth our time. And the sooner we can do that, the better. That's right. The ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
Right.
Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dane.
Sounds like Dane's one-man attack on the enemy front has put him in a good mood. What about you? Any news to share from your end?
Well, actually, we found his sister's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. She must have lost it.
So she's here in person. Unsurprising, given the scale of the operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably his sister.
Hold on. That girl called her the Savior.
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
The last time I heard that term was before the Cataclysm. Not just that. It referred to your sister then, too. Who would still believe in the myth of the Savior when the Cataclysm has already taken place? Makes no sense. That term's been around ever since the Cataclysm?
Wait, wasn't his sister called the Princess, though? Where did this Savior thing come from?
Well, when she first granted the title of Princess, the Vinster King and the entire court of Conria set about loudly proclaiming the might that she would bring to the nation. They made it sound as if with her there, all pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Conria would be brighter than anyone can imagine. The Savior was the celebratory title given to the princess by those who believed in this rhetoric. Of course, you know how that story ends. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinster King's lust for power.
Oh, sounds like the people of Conria really believed in her.
Is that why Lumine was so determined to revive the homeland? Because she thinks she's failed as the Conrian savior? That certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she is descended from pureblood Conrians afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere more remote, cut off from the rest of the world. That would explain how our people retain their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation.
If she can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order. But you don't know that until you talk to her, Dane. You should go and meet her. We should bring other people to meet her.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Nightwind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
I will consider it, but we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any more time to regroup. My accent for him got, like, more British over time. The following day at... Yeah. It's still rising in the sky here in Natlan. Hold on.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll show up soon.
Let's ride! Let's ride!
No, we can't give them that much... no, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dane and Neon-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine. Morning! What are you guys talking about?
Ah, you're here. I have some good news to share with you. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan. After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located. The location? The Cinder City.
Okay.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey, this is great! This could be our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all! And with any luck, maybe we'll find your sister there too.
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Mawika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
I beg to differ. This is wasting time. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Very well, then I will go there alone. Thank you for the intel, Janssen.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer, and you'll have a whole army going with you.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own. And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements. Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
Allow me to join you, Dainsleif.
For a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
Ah. Okay, so do we actually get to see these forces we've been hearing about for so long? Up in the Cinder City? You know what, before we do that, I'm just gonna... Normally I'd It's off stream anyway, but it'll only take a moment.
Add Astra.
I just want that,
Thank you for complete
notification gone. Oh, they're giving me one of these, huh? Salt the Abyss orders. Yeah, we got time.
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout in that
Act
land?
like we haven't been here before, Paimon. All these years, the Abyss Order has managed to either stay hidden or fiercely defend their position. This may be the first chance I've ever had to finally make a serious dent in their forces. The more of an accent I put on his voice, the less accurate to what his actual voice was. Though I don't know how... I'd have to listen to it again to see if I can even imitate it. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I'll be able to have your back at a moment's notice. If you run into any Abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them when I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives. And if you get to meet your sister again, even better. Let's go!
In this battle, Dainsleif will show you the might of the Twilight Sword. Summon him to clear out the obstructions that bar your path. Still can't play as him, but he's in the slot of a guest character just for a special attack. The swordsmanship Dainsleif has mastered as the Conarine Court Guard captain allows him to easily espy the weaknesses in opposing elemental wards. His long war against the Abyss has made him highly cognizant of their weaknesses, allowing him to destroy their void wards. Not who I wanted, actually.
Let the show begin.
Oh, hi. Didn't expect an Abyss Lector here. Not even at the end yet. Watch, brings up his ward. Oh, shit. Okay, come on. We bring in Dainsleif. Take him out. Amazing.
This is a very different battle from the one we fought with Eon-san. No one's backing down. They're fighting back with everything they have.
I'm just waiting for him to refresh. Oh, shit.
The Abyss has come. Hear the gifts of grace. By holy proclamation.
Dane's here. Yoink. No one drops anything. Wait again so we can take that out as soon as we can. Nope, he glitched into the ground. That's a way to get them both. I fucking love this attack. Literally just doing donuts on a motorcycle and taking out everyone. And I gave her the sword that used to be for Luke, or I used to have one.
The relentless specter that haunts us. The abyss is all present. To flee is futile. To resist it, vain.
Probably shouldn't have summoned him then, but hey, he did a lot of damage. Oh shit. What am I doing? Just do this one.
Ready, steady, go!
Let's rock! Wrath from the skies!
Oh wait. Charged again. We took him out.
Shall rise once again.
Are we still going up this way? Yeah, we are. Yeah. Need this at least. Oh, a big one.
Twilight Sword Dainsleif. Is this really what you want?
Inquitus Baptist. It is indeed. I'll take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
So, where's the Traveler's sister then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsleif. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy.
Oof.
But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
Your riddles tire me. The overwhelming advantage is ours, at least for the moment. You know what that means for you. I'd like to see what makes you believe that you've already won, or that you can still turn the tide of this war.
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our princess has already won by other means. And I do not merely mean this battle. No. Her Highness has achieved something far greater. For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
This order's greatest wish? Does that mean...
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line reconstruction, and then used the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines of Conria.
What? She used the Loom of Fate? Wait, does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a smokescreen to give her some cover? Oh no, this makes too much sense.
Correct. As of now, our homeland has been revived.
Doubt.
And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainsleif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years, and begin their lives anew in a Conria restored to life.
What a load of drivel. Your falsehoods are riddled with flaws. I is tired of your tedium. Isn't there more to reviving a homeland than just reweaving its ley lines?
Right. You still need a few steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just rewove. Plus, if it was really so easy, Mawika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
I have one simple question. If Conria has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it?
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed.
You haven't
to
answered
you.
the question.
Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
Anything amiss? Are there signs I could have missed? How about the fact that a Conrian showed up and can't see the present monsters?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what is...
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but
They're trying to make Natlan the new Conria.
It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
I also vaguely remember seeing Lumine in the Night Kingdom, facing the Lord of the Night. Wait, that's not all. There were other signs as well. Oh, we got one of these. The Abyss Order chose to retreat from the stronghold. The Abyss Order retreated when we attacked their stronghold with the Yansan and Sitlali. This isn't their usual style. According to a guard stationed near the Master of the Night Wind, many members of the Abyss Order were seen idling around during the lull in the conflict, even settling down to meditate. I couldn't see the monsters that Deirdith could see, and she couldn't see the ones I could. We could only see the monsters in each other's sight after making physical contact. Assuming he's right, then another possibility arises. Maybe I'm in a different time and place than I fucking called it! Maybe I'm in a different time and place from Deirdith. If she's Conrian like Dane suspects, then that means this revived Conria he speaks of might actually exist. And despite hailing from that separate time and space, Deirdith has found a way to communicate with us. Whatever might be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe his lies. The notion that Conria has been revived is preposterous, unless I see it with my own eyes or refuse to entertain it. There's only one thing that should demand our attention in this instant, and that is silencing this man for good. Oh, obstinate fools. Oh wait, I think I have to start with this.
Give in to the embrace of
Word of heaven's end. Oh, that did a lot of damage, but also it's a fucking fire shield. This is the only person I can use for this.
Let's dance.
I didn't know what was to be expected here. Thank you, Dane.
Do you still not understand? You battled in vain! The Abyss Order's mission has been fulfilled! My body is failing me. I will not bring shame to the name of the Abyss!
Oh, shit.
Do you still not understand? You battled in vain! The Abyss Order's mission has been fulfilled!
Got him.
That should be all of them, right? So, We've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan, but somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all. Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
Deirdith is the only potential lead we have. I think we should at least talk to her about all this. I understand. You think she might be from the revived Conria, yes? I've said my piece. I doubt Conria could be revived so easily. But if it would give you some peace of mind, you should talk to her and test your theory. I will stay here and do some post-battle cleanup. Perhaps there's some clues left to be found. Come with us, damn it! Somebody other than the Traveler and Paimon needs to meet this person. We need confirmation from someone that exists, that comes from this world. Also, what is... There's a guy there. What? Behind the leaves. What were we just looking at there? Him. So he's still alive. Okay. I thought your voice and attitude seemed familiar. My mistake. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. Curse of immortality has struck you too, then, Hayden.
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master. Don't forget, Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
Ha! Your arrogance and malice cost you all my respect long ago.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Speak for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over. Dane, you know this is pointless. Come on now. I mean, you could possibly dismember him. Oh, ooh, funnel. Oh, never mind.
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh? Never in all my worst nightmares have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths. Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
That was just for your actions in the Abyss Order. If I took into account what you did in Conria, you'd soon find out how much darker your nightmares can become.
All right, I believe you. Still, aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps? Chat a little. What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times? Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
I never thought you'd side with the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the princess for her betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them. But she was nowhere to be found. Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within her had been divided up. Yet we still despaired at her choice to leave us. Still, I believe that everything she's doing now, including her regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in her heart. And besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Conrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
I suppose you have changed a lot over the past 500 years. Otherwise, I'd never expected you to forgive her. Had you been so generous during our time at the Knight Academy as my instructor in the Black Serpent blade work, I might not have come to loathe you so much.
Is that so?
All my good deeds were clearly in the spirit of the Academy's code of chivalry. Yet I received corporal punishment for being restless and brash. As much as it pains me to bring up his name, even my co-student, classmate is the word, not co-student, Sertologi, was prosecuted for following the spirit of knighthood. He even lost limbs over it. There's little point discussing it now, of course, but all this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? You wore a mask of benevolence as you viciously suppressed the next generation of knights, all to bolster your own position and reputation. What? Too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is, I honestly can't remember them anymore. Look at me. Look at what has become of me. Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form. But as for the rest, memories, spirit, emotions, personality, they have long become eroded, fragmented beyond recognition. Even if mine was a past steeped in sin or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it. Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely. I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Conria we once called home.
No wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity. So, the Conria we once called home. Dainsleif slowly closes his eyes. Countless memories of Conria flood into his mind. All the sights, memories, and feelings, everything etched into his heart and mind, gradually brought back to the forefront again. Simply recalling everything seems to take a long, long time.
You seem to remember much. Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
I'm not interested. I've neither time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient. As long as the loom of fate heard what I could not.
Loom of fate? What have you done? Tell me.
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif. You were right. I lied to you earlier. Your wits are too sharp to be fooled by me. The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete. Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Conria's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Conria from that age. The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories. And so, We relied on everyone in the Abyss Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most cases, the more we all share, the more that can be restored.
So, the Loom of Fate is running as we speak? And the so-called meditation your members have been performing, its purpose was to supply the Loom with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed. We, a people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future, will weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real world. Ah, what a glorious undertaking! What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
So that's where I'm supposed to come in. You look for assistance from your mortal enemy, who has sworn to hunt you down.
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition.
Oh? What?
Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Conrians who remain, you are sure to remember the most. We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as bait.
So this was your true goal. To lure me here, guide me into a state of meditation, and access my memories. So be it. A few of my fading memories for your entire army? That strikes me as a fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. You're gambling everything you have on the Loom of Fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps. But that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the Loom of Fate has now finished weaving the
How do you know?
lines. New Conria is complete!
Enough about your beloved leader. You said you would pay any price for my memories, did you not? In that case, prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. I hope it was worth it. No, I think I'll just leave. Return to the cave to investigate. Great. Also, we got the last one of these. The Loom of Fate has rewoven the ley lines of New Conria. Oh man, I wonder how that's gonna... Is that gonna be a place we'll eventually be able to explore?
Let's ride!
It's Judith! Great! She's still here!
Oh. Smoothest transition. Ooh, full scene. Welcome to Doomsday! Ooh, cubes! Why is that... Was that familiar? What is this? Could this be the Cataclysm? Is this where Judith is right now? So she really is.
We're not from the same world, are we?
Nope. In more ways than one. No. I come from your future.
Wait,
But that's great. That means the world isn't going to end. In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland? No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around.
She doesn't.
I'll carry on looking for her, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my Savior. It's you. You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything. It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place.
Glad you've just accepted that.
Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your sister. Surely she must be desperate to find you too. So, is there anything you can give me as a memento?
Oh, I knew
Proof that we
it!
met?
I fucking knew it! We're about to give her the hibernation key, and the time loop will be complete. She was that Hilichurl. That's it. I fucking knew it. Called her right in the beginning.
That way when I do find her, I can convince her that you're also searching for her.
A memento? Probably only gives this over because he realizes. Wait.
Huh? What is it?
Yup. If this is her future, if this is her fate, okay, you're actually giving me a fucking choice here, but with different symbols. If we try to keep the key, that will break the time loop and cause a paradox. And the last time it tried to give me a an option, like an actual option, it still was only one. This was actually off stream. There was a quest, big story quest that had to do with our little Saurian companion, Jira. At the end of that, you had to choose whether or not to let a machine go off that would... What did it do? It was going to turn the entirety of Natlan into data? Into phlogiston data? And if you let it happen, it'll go through a whole sequence that will end with you going, and then you wonder what would have happened if you didn't make this choice and went back and you had to make sure it didn't go off. Which I only found out after looking it up because I made the right choice first. It's probably the same thing here. Either, and this is based on the symbols, I'm guessing, either this is just going to be a conversation that furthers it until we eventually give her the key. Or we'll see the story of the time paradox breaking something, and it'll bring us back to give her the key. There are no actual story choices in Genshin Impact. You cannot make a difference. It is all illusion of choice, or you actually say both options and they just don't matter which one you pick. If this is her future, if this is her fate, what would not giving her the key do? You just never be able to do a thing. Much as I'm always curious what'll happen if we try and create a time paradox, I figure that would just be a waste of time, to be honest. Oh. Arianova98. Sup. See you there? Welcome to the stream. Are you also, I'm assuming, grinding away, or just commenting on the fact that I'm going through the story? I don't grind. I do not grind in games, if I can avoid it. But yes, we are about to... I don't see anything but this just pushing the same story back to this point with how Genshin makes its story decisions. So we're just going to give it to her. Future. This is her fate. Oh. Time stopped. I've been playing this for a very long time. This is the most recent Archon quest. So that's what happened. Istaroth, the ruler of time, must have a hand in this. Okay. There's no other way that this meeting could have taken place. Lumine, you knew all of this? I only knew the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. When the cataclysm first began 500 years ago, I, as the Princess of Conria, was preparing to do my part, to fight back with all my might. But then this girl, Deirdith, she found me. The irony was that even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you. I was stunned, and I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me, but then she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber. So, she actually did it. We'd been separated ever since I awakened in Teyvat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere. And then she brought me that news at the worst possible moment. I was faced with an extremely difficult decision. I desperately wanted to see you again. Conria was in equally desperate need of my help. I knew that no matter what I chose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days. So I steeled myself against the guilt and made my decision. I went to see you. And then? But when I found you, you were still in hibernation. Even the key to the chamber was still secure on your person. You're saying 3 keys existed simultaneously in that moment? Also, you found our hibernation chamber? Also, this storyline is the first time we ever heard that we were in a hibernation chamber. Or had a spaceship at all. I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing, but there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. It's where we are right now, an intersection in our memories. The question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer would come to me like this. So, my actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me, Istaroth? Deirdith succeeded in bringing us together. But unfortunately, it is versions of us 500 years apart. She hoped that the Savior would rescue Conria, save the entire world, but instead, the news she brought led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. How awful. Is that her fate? Is that how her story must end? Has Conria really been revived? Have you done what you set out to do? Not yet, but I've taken a very important step. Now the ley lines of Conria are complete. I'd always thought that Teyvat's ley lines were locked by the heavenly principles. No more can be added, and existed ones cannot be replaced. But then I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to the rule. It has intrigued me ever since. So I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night. Unfortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process. The Lord of the Night did say before that she could only reconstruct Natlan's ley lines. It's probably for the same reason. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate. Using an Intivat as the base, I was able to grow a realm based on the Conria of 500 years ago, superimposing it over present-day Natlan space-time. Jesus fuck, okay. An Intivat? That's not a word we've seen before. I guess it's like the opposite of Tevat, the world we're in. Rome was superimposing it over present-day Natlan space-time. That superimposition is what allowed you and Deirdith to cross paths. That's what I saw in my dream. She's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand is, why did the Lord of the Night agree to this? You can speak out loud, Traveler. Come on now. After that, the new Conria was enriched with memories of the old, drawn from the Abyss Order's members in their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw materials, and the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. What I now hold in my hand is the Atlas of the New World. It is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of new Conria's ley lines. With this, the nation once known as Conria can rise again. One day, I will find a suitable host location for it. Why? Why is reviving Conria so important to you? I don't understand. Is it really because of guilt? When I first arrived in Conria 500 years ago, my memory was completely blank. It was only after I had served as their princess for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you. What? Your memories were erased? But recovering old memories didn't simply erase the part of my life spent in Conria. I still see it as my second home. That is why my guilt weighs so heavily on me. But even so, that only constitutes part of my motive. Importantly, if I wish to speak with the heavenly principles as an equal, I will need the might of an entire world behind me. Oh. Interesting. Someone was spying. Ooh, full cutscene. I don't know why, but the way you're talking, it just doesn't sound like you at all. Lumine, this whole thing, your plan? What does it have to do with us? All along, it's only ever been about us. Goodbye, Aether. We will begin anew at the end of your journey. Don't look away.
Our hero is back! Everyone's been waiting for you!
Okay, now that I'm actually reading your comments. So you've never played this game before? Only... Yeah, so... If you were to start now, it may take you... Man, I don't even know. There is so much content in this game. Like, it may take you a full year of playing every night to get to this point. To get to what you're seeing now. No, you do not make any custom characters in this game. This is... You have the choice to play as the brother or the sister. As at the beginning of the game. And every other character you can play as is another character in the story somewhere that you can get through a gacha system. But yeah. Wait. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Are you talking about my my PNG tuber? Took me a second. I kind of forget I have that there. I mostly made him in order to let y'all know when I was talking, just in case I went mute or something. I made my PNG in Hero Forge. Of all places. Made a character in Hero Forge and set to yeah, you're talking about, yeah. I made him completely for free in Hero Forge. Just pose the character in 2 different poses to switch between in a free program called PNG Tuber Plus. Thank you, though. I do appreciate that. I do like... He's kind of the second version of what I made. I like this guy better because I made his eyes light up. Which is pretty cool.
The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Daneslifts, of course. What's wrong? You look upset.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world.
Did you make it live? Well, no, I'm not planning on getting an actual VTuber model anytime soon. I just wanted something simple. I bet it would. Honestly, if I could get someone to like actually animate the character, that would be really cool. I don't make money from this. I'm not going to spend money on something like that yet. It's just for fun. It's just for fun. I'm sure it would look cool. I get like, I don't know. I might have had 5 concurrent viewers at one point. No one watches this. I think more people watch my archives when I upload them to YouTube.
Paimon was looking all over for him, and then he suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot, but looking a lot more glum.
It's fine, I need some time to take everything in.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your sister?
Oh.
I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now, and learned quite a lot.
Huh? You met your sister?
I did. We had a long talk.
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right
Yeah,
away?
that's kind of surprising, actually.
Oh, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
What your sister accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
That caught me off guard, too. I would never have expected that.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated. During the war with the Abyss, Mawika had an argument with the captain. Mawika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines.
I should have known. I should have fucking known. It feels like, I gotta say, 80% of the people who actually decide to talk in my chat are just here to fucking advertise their services. Do you know how fucking rude that is? Do you know how rude that is? That is so incredibly rude. Look, I can tell you're actually a person because you've been responding to what I'm saying. You're not a bot, I can tell that much. So I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right fucking now, and you better fucking listen. Stop. Do not do this again. In anyone's chat. Ever. Do you fucking hear me? Do you realize how fucking rude it is to advertise your services in someone's Twitch chat? So incredibly rude. You come here under the guise of actually enjoying what you're watching, and then just push that aside and say, "Hey, you want to commission me for character stuff or for Twitch artwork or whatever the fuck? I am not here to make a profit. I am here to have fun. And I'll tell you one thing is not fun. Ads, commercials, advertising. I have 3 different ad blockers running simultaneously. 4 if you count the one that's specifically for Facebook. I hate advertisements with a fucking passion. And you come into my chat and try to just directly advertise your services? And you think I won't get fucking pissed? I'm not going to ban you because it seems you react to what I'm saying, though you haven't said anything in a bit. But do yourself a favor to avoid getting banned by anyone else in the future. And don't you fucking advertise in someone else's chat ever again. Just to save yourself from the blacklist. Now let's finish the game here, shall we? Finish the quest?
She saw your sister's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
Huh.
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war. Time for a well-earned drink to
I mean,
celebrate.
yeah, but the war was just kind of a
I trust the Lord of the
distraction.
Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands. So it's one less thing for us to worry about. Don't you agree, Traveler?
Got a point. Still feel like a mess, though.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Varessa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
I'm sorry, but there's somewhere else I want to go first.
Huh?
Eon-san, leave him be. This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Traveler?
We just slid into place. That was interesting. Wait, where the fuck are we going? Far away. Oh, back to the cave. This has got to be the last part of the quest. We're a bit over time, but if anything, we'll finish the quest all in one go. And that's good enough for me. It's nighttime now. Before you know it, you've fallen asleep, drowning in a myriad of thoughts. You faintly sense what feels like someone clasping your hand. This time, it sends you into a deep sleep where sweet dreams await. A space and time for you. Complete. Oh yeah. Now there's a cooking pot here. It's not here before. Well, let's head back here. End the stream in front of the Adventurers Guild, as we usually do. Next time, tomorrow, we will be back with Skirk's Story Quest. Not only that, we have... See, everything here refreshes at the beginning of the month, which is tomorrow. So we might end up with enough intertwined fate to have another pull for Skirk on stream this time. It'll be the third one on that banner, I think, which might be a good thing. Damn, I always... The main story. The big background stuff going on with the Traveler and his sister in the Abyss. That's always some of the more interesting stuff. Though hardly applies to the rest of the game, to be honest. Alright. Refresh this. Let's see who we can raid. Oh boy. Yeah, let's send you to Radioactive. Haven't sent you over there in a while. She's just chatting at the moment. Though, does she have a new model? That's definitely 3D, not quite live 2D. Ooh, cool. Alright, oh no! Oh, she's not allowing raids! Normally she does. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. I might still want to stop in on my own. We did that yesterday, so how about Minty Moe? Bergie's Cozy Kitchen. Sure, why not? Okay, send y'all over there. Reminder to everyone, don't advertise your services in someone else's chat. That's extremely rude. Extremely, extremely rude. And pisses me the fuck off. So, until next time, this is the Pirate King, signing off. Have a good night.